Hey guys, Roman Sliders here with a new episode of Player's Perspective, the interview series where I talk to fellow YouTubers and get to know them a little better. My guest today is, I guess you could say, something of a celebrity back when TV actually played video game programs. He's also been a freelance artist and is the original British gamer on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Guru Larry. Larry, welcome to the show.
Hello there, thanks very much for having me on.
No, it's really great to have you on. So, you are a YouTube game reviewer. You do impressions and reviews, as well as looking at video game artwork and retro games and consoles. But your involvement in games goes much further back. You presented several shows on the Game Network.
Yes, that's right.
With Reloaded and Game Guru, as well as XLeague.tv with Guru Larry's Retro Corner and Wes and Larry's Top Tens, and also on Gamers on Rapture TV, and it made several appearances on Games World, which aired on Sky One in the UK from 93 to 1998. So that's quite a history you have there. So how did it all start?
Well, the very, very beginning is, I think the first time I ever appeared on a gaming show was on that Head to Head, which was a show on the long dead children's channel on Sky. That was me just writing in, wanting to be a contestant on the show, really, because that's like the only gaming show on television. Actually, I wanted to be. There was a show they had on before Head to Head called the Super Mario Challenge, which was they used to play Mario games each week, and I really wanted to be on that, but unfortunately the show had finished by the time I got a chance to sort of write in and stuff like that, because I only just got Sky. But I had a thing of going on gaming television shows and sort of trying to apply to go on them, really. It's just like a little hobby type thing. And
well, you succeeded though, and you got on.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Persistence.
No, I didn't have Sky growing up in the 90s, so I just had terrestrial TV. But I do.
Everybody had in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody wanted to watch The Simpsons.
Exactly, that's the only reason we wanted to get it.
That and sometimes the wrestling as well.
Yeah, and the wrestling. Yeah, I do remember Games Master on Channel 4 though.
Oh yeah,
that was the one that I sort of saw the most of.
That was a staple. That was.
Yeah, Patrick Moore. Yeah.
So yes, I did. I tried to get on that a couple of times, but the best I could ever get was being in the audience of the second series. Which was a bloody boring thing to do. If you don't ever apply to being in the audience of a TV show, because it's absolutely pig boring thing to do.
Oh well, I have.
And there you go. Sorry.
It haven't been too bad.
Oh, okay.
It was at BBC Television Centre.
Oh, there's still something exciting.
Yeah, so
there now it's closed down, isn't it?
It is, sadly. Yeah, but they still have tours there, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's not completely shut down. So, did you have sort of any plans at that age to be on TV, or was it just strictly a hobby?
Well, you're too young to present a show back in them days and stuff. So, no, it would have been nice, but it's just that was out of my mind then. It was just being on television to play games and that, and act like an idiot in front of thousands of people.
Yeah. But then you did move on to more presenting type shows.
Oh yeah.
Like we just mentioned on XLeague.tv and the Game Network. So how did you manage to transition, would you say, from just applying on game shows to actually being a presenter of some description?
Well, it wasn't much of a transition, really. I mean, the first show I used to present was a show called Game Guru, and that was that was quite an easy thing to do. Basically, it was just sitting in front of a webcam and sort of taking cheats live on television. Really. So I got some nice, it was worth it just for nice money and that.
And is that where you also met Wes? You do a lot of collaborations with him.
I met Wes through his girlfriend, his then at the time girlfriend. He's married her since. Basically, she applied to be on the show to be a presenter like me, because Wes was worried that Wes really wanted to be on to present himself, but he thought she had a better chance because she was a girl and that. And the head producer really fancied her, so he offered her the job. And and then after she got the job, she goes, "Oh, by the way, I've got a boyfriend." So yeah, so and anyhow, I helped her out at the beginning, sort of helping her set up and that when nobody else would, and I became friends through that because Wes come on like the Skype and that at the time and said thank you very much for helping out, and we sort of become friends like that. We used to play on sort of Halo 2 for a while. And become friends like that through that. And when there was a chance for a position for him, I managed to sort of wrangle it for him to get the job. So he done it.
Yeah, and do you sort of do any more presenting, or have you just sort of moved on more?
Well, there's no real opportunities at the moment. Really, there's no sort of gaming television stuff available at the moment. I mean, my retro corner is still on Sky. It's on like information TV and stuff like that. But that's all repeats and that. So they said they're going to try and get sponsorship. So if that happens, I'll go back on. But it's just there's no opportunity at the moment. I mean, I help people out on other TV shows. I've just helped out. Charlie Brooker's got a one-off documentary for Channel 4 coming soon called How Video Games Changed the World, and I helped him out. I've lent them a couple of machines and stuff like that for the show and things like that, and advice and old footage and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just helping other people out at the moment because there's no real sort of opportunities at the moment. But if there was, I'd love to.
Yeah, it's all about trying to make the best of what you got at the time, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Charlie Brooker's great.
Yes.
Yeah. He should be Prime Minister, I think, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so if we talk about, you're also involved with that guy with the glasses.com.
I am. When did this happen?
And
I knew that, didn't I?
Yeah, you did almost. That's why the research is important to do.
Yes, need to fire researcher.
Oh yeah, exactly. Gotta really go into it. So that's sort of I get a larger organization for internet personalities and such. And so how does being part of that community help you and your YouTube channel and personally as well?
I was absolutely bug all on YouTube. It's more of a sort of community on that website, really. So yeah, I've made quite a few friends in that, and I've been in their films and stuff like that. So. And
did they approach you, or did you come to them?
Well, it's basically I got invited because a lot of the early members were ex-members of Screw Attack, and there was quite an exodus at the time because of how Screw Attack were treating their members at the time, and luckily, so loads of the people who'd left went on to that guy with the glasses and sort of recommended me to be part of it. So I got a sort of a foot in the door from having friends move over to there. Things like Hanson Tom, Benzai, Still Gaming Lee and that, and a couple of others. They all recommended me to go on there, so I come along that way, really. So.
And from that, have you been
I'll get on there my own talent. I'm fucking worthless.
And have you been able to collab with them in any ways?
Well, I've been in a couple of collaborations with other people like Mike. I can't remember. I've been in a couple anyhow. So yes, I have been out helping out with them. I've been speaking to Doug about being having a cameo on one of my forthcoming videos as well. So they're all very nice over there. They're all lovely people.
Cool. So one of the things I get from watching your videos is that
how is he popular? I don't know.
Well, aside from that, is that when you I very much get the idea and the impression that it's very much you and you're kind of unfiltered, and I don't get the idea that you're putting on like a persona. Maybe like you're enhancing.
Oh, you mean
your personality?
You're just asking am I a dick in real life? Is that
no.
That's what you're saying. Do you mean?
No, no, not at all. I'm saying, would you say Larry in real life is the same on the internet?
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, I mean, there's always there's no point being a character if you're not really yourself. I mean, everybody's got their personality sort of intertwined with what they really are on the internet. It's just like sort of what's the word, exaggerated version of their real personality. So I just skip that part, just be myself, really.
Yeah, and what do you think about like those who may put on a character or act completely differently, and sometimes they're able to gain like quite large followings? Sort of, how do you feel about that?
Well, I think it's good for them if they want to sort of if it helps them become what they want to be by exaggerating who they really are. I mean, that's fine. I mean, it's good. More power to them.
Yeah, I suppose whatever works, I guess.
Yes.
Now, you're also, I mentioned it at the top of the interview, but you're also a freelance manga artist.
I was, yeah.
Yeah, you was.
Yeah, I am. Well, I sort of am. I am not.
And you've sort of worked for companies like Bungie, and I think you once designed a magazine cover for Edge magazine.
That's true. Yes.
Yeah, and you have a comic strip called the Natural Born Kittens online, yeah, which is about 4 teenage goddesses living in a London council estate.
Yes.
So that's quite British in tone. So where did you come up with that idea?
I don't know. Sort of boredom, really. Just I've really wanted to make. Well, basically, I wanted to turn it into a cartoon series. I'm trying to do it at the moment. Like my next project really is to learn how to animate either in Flash or Toon Boom, so I can actually get something off the ground. But I just wanted to create something, a comedy show that was just uniquely British more than anything, really, because I think what is considered a proper British comedy is pretty much dead nowadays. It's quite quiet, and sort of we're trying to emulate what the Americans are doing as well, and it's, you can't really emulate what they're doing because they do it a lot better than what we do, so why can't we be our own culture and stuff like that? Because we're, it's sort of, there's no real proper British animation shows and stuff like that, is there?
No, not anymore, I don't think. And I think it also has a lot to do, I guess, with financing as well. In order, if you have a specific look for the show, then that may be quite expensive to do, I guess.
You could say that, yes. That's one way. But I think it's just people just not having the ideas really nowadays. They'd rather stick to something they know they think will be popular but isn't, and hope for the best, really.
Okay, now you also in the old Tango ads back in the 90s.
Yes.
Yeah, you were the Tango man.
Tango, well, it's owned by Britvic, who own the UK distribution rights to Pepsi, and possibly the European distribution. And, basically we've got Tango instead of Sunkiss over here, haven't we, really?
So, sort of, how did that come about? Does anyone kind of recognise you for that at all?
No, none whatsoever. I mean, if it wasn't for the fact I told people, I probably wouldn't know that I'd done that. That was a long time ago. That was actually, I won a competition in the Sun to be in the advert, and they were so impressed by me being a fat idiot falling about all over the place, they sort of hired me for a little while.
Yeah.
So yeah. That's how I come about that there.
Yeah, when I was sort of going back and looking at some of those adverts, some of them were quite dark.
Oh yeah, well they got banned in the end.
In the end, yeah. I was watching particularly a series with I think James Corden. I think he was.
Oh yeah.
And
he
was, yeah. And it's like he was being threatened by a group of people that which looked like they'd come out of the League of Gentlemen or something like that.
Oh yeah. Well, they got banned in the end because they basically introduced happy slapping. He used to run up to people in the street,
and slap them in the face,
and run off, and that stopped the happy slap thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that, end up people being assaulted and having permanent scars across their face and being slapped, and they ended up banning them in the end. But no, I wasn't involved in anything like that, luckily.
Yeah, I often wonder, because those adverts are quite like British in their style and their humour. So I often wonder how they'd translate to another country and what they'd make of them.
I daren't think about that.
Yeah, they probably have no idea what they're seeing. So, Larry, what you have any future projects in the pipeline?
At the moment, I am working on a couple of more new Games Yanks Can't Wank episodes. I'm doing one on, there's one about famous video game box arts that rips off well-known pieces of art in history, and sort of a lot of people haven't twigged that they are. So I'm going to do a piece on that. I'm doing another one on the top 5 hidden programmer rants in video games, where a programmer has actually just gotten into their code and moaned about something, had a rant about somebody like an employee or something, and there's some of them are really, really vile. So I'm going to do the top 5 most nastiest comments they've left in their video games about people. And after that, I've got some more movie mistakes episodes coming up, because that went quiet for a while because I had a bit of trouble with copyright from the movie studios. I still have, actually. I mean, it's people moan about, people moan about having copyright done on Let's Plays and that, but you wait till you play with the movie studios. They're 10 times worse. They're absolute godsend video game companies compared to them. I'm doing that. I'd like to do another one of those films Yanks Can't Wanks by the end of the year as well, because everybody has been bugging me for doing them for a couple of years. I've had a lot of trouble doing them because most of the public information films that they've released were all made before VHS came out, so it's hard trying to get hold of a copy of stuff like that that's been ripped. So I've managed. The next one is a remake of Apaches, and the tape is so rare. There's only about 3 copies in existence. So when that comes out, I'll put up the full movie when it comes out on YouTube as well, so everybody can see it.
Right, that'd be something to look forward to then.
Thank you. Yes, and after that, I like to get into animation.
Yeah, that seems like really promising venture. I hope it goes well for you.
Hopefully, yes. I mean, I've put some money into it. I bought Happy Harry's old Cintiq off him, so I could draw on it as well. So I put some money into it. So hopefully, it does all right.
And would this be computer animation or hand-drawn animation?
It'll be hand-drawn. I'm not going to venture into CG just yet. No, I like hand-drawn, and I might do some sort of something satirical, stuff like that. Some comedy related. Maybe it might be a bit dark humour as well, because I do like rather sadistic humour.
That's the British for you.
Yes,
we like that.
Oh, chap, yes. Stiff upper lip, eh, what?
Exactly. I'm going to ask you a question now, Larry, that I ask everyone that does one of these interviews.
Oh, yes.
And that is, if a video game developer were to come up to you and say, Larry, you can create any type of game you like, what would it be and why?
Mine would be a combination of Tomb Raider and Mario Kart.
You had that one ready.
Okay, that's why I say to everybody, and everybody goes, what?
Normally people have to think about that, but you had an answer right off the bat.
I'd make Call of Duty, but it's set in Vietnam.
Okay.
For all of you 12-year-olds who play Call of Duty, how about a Call of Duty game set in World War II? I bet they've never done that before, eh, kiddies? I had an argument with somebody once, a kid online, because he absolutely insisted that Call of Duty 4 was the first one in the series.
Okay, well you might not have got the clue by the title, but yeah.
Oh, I said, why has it got a 4 in the title then? He goes, well, it's called Call of Duty for Modern Combat. No, never mind. Go back to swearing at people and hoping they die of various cancers like you always do.
Yeah, and just try to move on with your life.
Yeah.
Alright, Larry, so what do you have to say to all the people that have been following you throughout the years, or who may have seen you back when you were on Games World, or have been following you on YouTube? So what do you have to say to all of them?
I say, my God, are you still here? Have you found someone better yet? No, I say thank you very much hopefully I haven't bored you too much. And I shall be continuing with some good stuff for the future. So hopefully I've not lost you from complete boredom from doing Let's Plays so far. So.
Cool. So, Larry, whereabouts?
Ha ha ha, suckers! I've got your money.
It's all about like YouTube money, isn't it?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Your fraction of a penny you earn me, that's farming Hawaiian Islands, that is.
Exactly. It's all in the interest. It will add up over in about 50 years.
Oh yes, hopefully, as when I'm too old to use it.
Okay. So, Larry, whereabouts can we find you on the internet?
You can find me at 1542 Richardson Street, Internet. My YouTube address is youtube.com/Larry.
That's a personalised.
Yes, it's called
URL,
a vanity address.
Yeah.
It's
Nice.
a vanity address. So I managed to get that from. If you work for like a partner network, if you find an address that you like the look of that either doesn't exist or the person who used to use it's been banned, you can take it. And whoever the original Larry was, he got banned about 5 years ago. So I thought, well, I might snatch it before some other bugger called Larry takes it.
Yep.
Yes. So apparently it's quite high. It's quite a high risk private property as well. Apparently having them.
Yeah, you got some real estate there.
So yes, that's what it is. That's the word. Sorry, I'm not thinking today. Yeah. Yes. Prime real estate. Yes. YouTube.com/Larry. Yes.
And have you got Facebook and Twitter?
I have. My Twitter is Larry Bundy Jr. That's spelled Jr. LARIBUNDY JR. And my Facebook is Larry Bundy or Larry Bundy Jr. You'll know it by my grinning face. Oh yeah.
Yeah, can't miss it.
Yes.
Well, Larry, it's been really great to talk to you.
Has it?
Yes, it has.
Oh my God. Well, I didn't hear any snoring, so hopefully
No.
you weren't too bored.
No, I very much enjoyed listening to what you have to say.
Ah, thank you very much, sir.